All right, here we go. It's real windy out here, but I tested the earbuds. They seem to be fine. So somehow they don't record the wind. I can't even hear myself right now because it's so windy, but I'm just assuming you can hear me. So far, the test went okay. Now, today's ordeal is going to be about letting a part of you die so that you can move on to the next level. And I mean this in a very deep way. You'll hear people talk about, oh yeah, transforming, new you, new year, new me, whatever. Yeah, I'm gonna be a totally different person. Well, here's the thing. Yeah, I admire that. I take that very seriously, and I think highly of that mentality. And I think it's a good thing. There's a lot to be said about a spiritual death, which obviously would lead to a rebirth, right? In a lot of ways. That's what baptism is. That's what happens when people say to hell with this and they go live out in the woods for a year and come back and you don't recognize them and shit. That kind of thing. That's good. Wow, it's windy. So, what I mean is, if you really want to get ahead, in your journey or whatever, and really and truly transform, this is just my advice from my own experience. But I'm telling you, you're going to have to let parts of yourself, probably some big parts, die so that you can move up to the next level, because that's what you're meant to do anyway. That's the whole reason you're here, is to rectify and or make peace with parts of you that, as they like to say these days, are no longer serving you. I like to go all the way, because I'm a Taurus and I'm very all or nothing, and say, let it die. Let that part die. That part of you has done its job. It's served its purpose. Look at this creek. This fucking little stream. Can you see it? Oh shit, let me see. The sun's so bright I can't tell if I'm filming it. I love shit like that. I could just see little fairies dancing around and shit. It rains so much. You wouldn't believe how much it rains here. I'm in Odenville, Alabama. And it rains here like it rains in England. And I used to live out there too. And let me tell you, it just rains all the damn time, which is fine. It may as well, hell, because the summer's here. Fucking brutal. Fucking brutal. So it may as well rain, because otherwise everything will fucking die. But, anyway, so, the transformation. Oops. If you want to really take it seriously, I highly suggest choose the part of you, or it'll choose you, more likely. Choose the part of you, or the part of you that, attacks you. That's the part that you need to rectify and make peace with, and then let it die, because that's the old part of you that still needs attention. You know what I mean? You know how it is. It's an issue that still needs attention and still needs to be addressed and still needs to be fixed. It's going to jump in your face until you deal with it. And that's it. That's it. I'm not going to lie to y'all. You got to deal with it. I know, because I'm an expert in dodging shit. And I know that I wouldn't say I dodged it. Maybe that's not the right word. Maybe I should cut myself some slack. Not dodge, but, just afraid. Afraid to face how sad I've been. Afraid to face how upset and how hurt I really am, or was over things. And we'll get to that part. I don't want to get off track too much, but You know, there are things in you that you may have to allow to just lay down and die and do the funeral and whatever the fuck. Do the Viking thing, set it on fire on the raft, let it sink, whatever. You know, let it die. Let the old you die so that the new you has space to step in. I'm going uphill in the sun. You just have to work with me here. Okay. I'm healthy. Now, for example, I'll use myself. Old stories that I've told myself about myself. Oh God, I can't go uphill anymore. No more of this shit. This is the only hill I'm going up. Old stories that I tell myself about myself that no longer apply. Because I'm not learning anything. I'm not at that level anymore. I'm no longer at that frequency. And that just has to go because it's not doing anything for me. So let's say, for example, when you're a child and somebody teaches you something about yourself, like, I don't know, you're not intelligent, you're not capable, you don't have any talents or skills, you can't learn, you know, you can't be athletic. Oh God, this is the dead end. And it doesn't look like a good one. I'm going back. So all those things that you've been taught by your caretaker or whoever, you know, that obviously didn't know what they were talking about, it's going to teach you that you're no good. And that's not necessarily the case. So you're going to grow up, you know, and get into your 30s and 40s still thinking you're no good. And you may center your life around all that. Oh, well, I can't pursue that job because, you know, I'm not going to be able to do it because so-and-so told me in, you know, 1984 that I wasn't smart enough and you know, that must be it. And that's not it. So-and-so didn't know what the fuck they were talking about because somebody told them in the 50s that they couldn't do anything right. And it just goes on like that. You can if you know your genealogy well enough, and if you know enough about your recent ancestors, you can trace back to who said what or where a certain influence might have come from. You can figure it out, because I have. But I have access to all that information. That's how I know. And you just wouldn't believe like how one person can make one mistake and it just fucking trickles down the generations. Like, what the hell? How is one thing that potent? But it is. If you let it run the show. Anyway, so you're taught, you know, whatever story about yourself. And you go on forever thinking that, well, or another example, my father was kind of hostile all my years growing up. And I didn't have any kind of clear vision. Well, excuse me. I had a clear vision, but maybe not necessarily an accurate one of what men were like. All I knew was that they were angry. They came home angry and they hit you. And damn it, if you didn't do what they said, you better fucking run. End of. And that was all I knew for like the longest fucking time. And then I got older and started dating. And my boyfriends a lot of them were still pussies, but they didn't strike me. They didn't hit me. And I didn't necessarily live with any of them. So I didn't see him coming home angry and stuff like that. That part I didn't. Dad was the only one that showed me all that, but that had a chance to. But I learned, let me get past this guy. He's going to bark all through what I'm talking about. Let me just do this. Look at you, pretty boy. Look at you, pretty boy. Look at him. Just look at him. Oh, there's another pretty boy. Look at him. Look at him. He's, God, husky and pit bull. There's definitely a husky body, but his face is sort of pit or like American pit bull or something. And he's got the two colored eyes like David Bowie. But I mean, his face I can't figure out. Okay. So, I don't know what I was saying. All right, so you learn, I learned that you do as men say, or you get the hell knocked out of you, basically. And I always thought, okay, you know, if I ever get cornered, what do I do? What do I do? I thought, well, I just, you know, take it like I always have. And none of them had the balls to hit me. Clench their fist. They'd clench their fists with tears rolling down their face. I can remember that. I'm not making any of this up, I swear to God. It doesn't bother me anymore because I've moved on from it, but I got stories. But for another day. But I was taught early that you did as you were told, or else. So you go so long with that, and you get boyfriend after boyfriend, or spouse, whatever, that does the same shit to you, because you keep telling yourself, okay, well, you know, this is life. And women especially are bad about that. They'll just accept it. And say, okay, well, this is how it is, you know. All right. It sucks, but okay, you know, I'll work with it. And they'll just take it, you know. And that's what I did. Now, I went so long telling myself that, and then the boyfriends would do awful shit to me, and I let them do it because I thought that's all there was. So you get that cycle going, that cesspool of love. And years go by and you're like, damn, you know, what have I done with my life? And you think to yourself, what have I been telling myself? Because you'll hear yourself say the same shit to yourself over and over again. And then finally, one day, you'll hear yourself say it to yourself, and you'll just get tired of it. You'll just be tired of hearing it. You're like, you know what? I don't want to fucking hear this anymore. Can't we change this story now? When does the script change? When does it change? Can we change the writer? Well, no, because the writer is you, but the writer can lighten up. And, you know, it just depends on when you get tired of it. It just depends on when you get tired of it. And that's it. It's just when you get sick of it. And that's when you know you're finally ready to just put it to rest. That part of you that did whatever your story is, anything, that part of you that did the survival and the closed off and the no emotions and I gotta do this to be tough. Oh God, I can't get up this hill. You know, yeah, I can. You know, that part of you that was gonna do whatever it took to survive and just get through life, and you know, not have any friends because you got to protect yourself, and not open your mouth and say something because you got to protect what you're doing. You know, whatever. This is somebody's driveway. We're out in the country. I can't tell. All of that person, that old you that had to do all that for survival, that worked at that time. At that time, it was good because you protected yourself. After a while, you closed off from people. You had some peace of mind. Spent your evenings alone. Spent your weekends alone. Might have used that time to, you know, focus on something else. Focus on yourself. Going to the gym, reading books, eating better, whatever. Getting closer to your relatives or whoever you do trust, which is always good. You know, so the survival stuff that you did that resulted from the stories you were telling yourself, some of that worked for you. Some of that worked, and it was okay. And it protected you for the time being. It protected you. But here's the thing, look, you don't always need protection, because I know people say this, but everybody's not out to get you. Everybody's not out to get you. Everyone is not, the world is not here to ruin you, Toughen you up, yes, but ruin you, no. Not derail you. Just to teach you. Oh my God, a kitty cat. What is little black kitty cat? Oh my God. Look at this kitty. Oh God, I'm leaving with you. Oh my God. He's so beautiful. Oh, this kitty. Kitty. Oh my God. Oh, son of a bitch, I'm leaving with you. Oh my God. Get kitty. He's like a dog. Came right up to me. Little son of a bitch, you are so friendly. Damn, I'm about to leave with you, brother. Oh God, I'm gonna leave with you. Now I gotta get out of here because I'll take him with me. I gotta go now. I gotta go now. Now. Oh my God. Oh, no. Go. Go. Oh, I can't look back. Oh God, he's following me. He's following. Oh, dude. Go. Go. Let me stop for water. Let me do. Okay, I gotta do this. Oops. Okay. Is he still back there? Yeah. Go. Okay. I can't look at him too much because I'll go back and get him. I can't do that. He has a home. All right. Now, oh yeah, the survival thing. So, and that's what I did. Everything I just said, that I described myself. That was what I did. I closed people off. I didn't get close to anybody. I did the hermit thing. You know, didn't have any friends. Didn't get close to coworkers or anything like that. Just kept to myself. And I accomplished a lot for myself in that time. Because like I say, I read a lot of books. You know, exercised, did my yoga, did my belly dance, ate my salads, learned things, you know, got my jewelry business started up. So it's like I benefited from that, from living in fear, kind of. It did have its benefits. But it's time to put that girl to rest because she's done her job and I don't need her anymore. Not because she's not good enough for me now, but because I'm leveling up and I can't necessarily take her with me. She did what she was meant to do, which was protect me and let me experience the spectrum, the end of the spectrum where you lock yourself away. You know what I mean? Like I've seen that part. I've seen that part where, you know, you lock yourself away in the tower and throw out the key and just stay there with yourself and just kind of sit in your misery for a while. You just sit there and just experience it. Just let yourself feel, you know, how upset you are. Let yourself feel the betrayal. Let yourself feel the neglect. And you might even betray and neglect yourself a little bit in that time. But I don't think it hurts to experience it just to see what it is. Just to understand it better. Because like I say, I'm jumping ahead a little bit, but like I say, you know, when you get out of that in the future, you're around other people that are in that phase at that time, you can tell them it's all right. Go ahead and experience it. Let yourself feel it, and you'll come out the other end. Because I get it. I was there. It's okay to do that. I think it's okay. Well, that's maybe not the right way to put it, but I don't think it would hurt you to experience, you know, the lowest of lows, the grief, the anguish, the agony, the disrepair that is depression, anxiety, soul sickness, etc. Just to hit rock bottom. It's okay if you're at rock bottom. And just like, some people say, it's all right to not feel okay so long as you don't stay there. And you won't. You won't stay there, because that is going to play out. That phase is going to wear itself out just like any other phase does. And you'll come out of it. I know it doesn't seem that way, but you will. But anyway, back to my topic. So that old you has got to die. That old you has to be put to rest, because that person can't come with you. That person has done their job. They've protected you, like I say. They taught you whatever you had to learn at that time. It benefited you in some way or another, or else it wouldn't happen to you. Your ancestors, the universe, your spirit guides, your deities, whoever you want to involve in this. I like to think, at least for me, this is what happened, but I like to think that they guided you a bit and kind of nudged you in that direction because they knew it was for your good. I know you'll hear people say, well, I'm a shadow worker and I'm here to tell you that you have these catastrophes because it's for your greater good, and I promise it's going to lead you in the right direction, blah, blah, blah. And a lot of people say that, but let me tell you, I believe it to be true, because when I look back on my life at all the shit that I thought was going wrong, you're pretty boy. Look at that. Look at that boy. Oh, he could get through there if he wanted to. He's uninterested. I mean, he's watching me, but he's not, Anyway. Oh, this is nice out here. See, this is what I want, just a field unto myself. Just that. Just a field. I might enjoy that better than I enjoy the trees, to be honest. My husband was talking about clearing off the land and getting rid of all those trees, and at first I was like, And I thought, I do love a field. You just look out there and it's just open. Anyway, so the old you has to be put to rest because that person can't help you anymore. They've done all they can do. That person has served their purpose. It's just like any manager, talking about firing somebody that isn't doing their job anymore or whatever. It's not that they think less of that person. It's just that person isn't serving the purpose anymore and isn't doing what's needed anymore. They've got their limitations as to what they can do and what contribution they can make. And that's it. Everybody on the planet has their contribution they make, and then that's it. I'm not trying to limit people or whatever. It's not that. I just mean everybody's got their thing. Everyone has their thing. They do that thing, and then they're good. That's it. But if another thing needs to get done and somebody else is better at it, you gotta let that one do that thing. Isn't the Chinese that say the person who says it can't be done ought to get out of the way of the person who's already doing it? Keep that in mind when you're doing your transformation shit, because let me tell you, the old you is always going to be in there talking, well, maybe not always, but that old you who's got all the scars and all the hurt and is still crying and still angry, still bitter, that person is going to be in there talking about, oh, no, you can't do that. Telling you, you can't because our feelings are hurt and we're still upset. And it's not time for that shit anymore. It's just not time for that anymore. For real. And that person just has to be allowed to lay down, take their last breath, and die. Because the new you is incubating and it's waiting. The butterfly and the chrysalis or what have you. Whatever you want to do for that. But the new you is waiting just on the edge. And all you have to do is put away the old stuff. The old computer program, Windows 95, it's over, goodbye. Like, whatever you want to say. And that space has to be made some way or another, because as you know, energy it's not necessarily created or destroyed. I don't think it is anyway. I think it just moves around. It seems like it anyway, because something can be taken away and something can be given, either to the same person or, to somebody else. You can see what might be perceived as an imbalance. You know what I mean? You ever seen somebody do spell work and they'll do a money spell for themselves and everybody else around them gets the money and then they don't? That had to come from somewhere, right? That's I'm sorry. I'm getting complicated. We'll get to that later. I don't want to get off. I'm getting another topic. Let me slow down. But you get what I'm saying. You really have to kind of let yourself die a little bit before you move on, because, and this gets into what some people say and what I like to talk about. And if you go to my Patreon, WordPress, Tumblr, whatever, you can go to my website and see all that junk. On my blogs, I've got one for Transformation Tuesday when I was still doing it every week. I don't have time to do it every week now, but I do it once a month now. But the Transformation Tuesday message about sacrificing yourself to yourself. And that's kind of what that is. You sacrifice, you kill off and offer up the sacrifice of your old self to your new self. And you still get that energy. You're still using your own energy. You still have it coming to you. But it's in a new form. And it's just, you're ready for the next level. Because all that old shit, that old mindset shit, that can't come with you. That can't come with you. And it's got to be when your ass is good and tired of what you've been hearing, the story you've been hearing. You just have to be tired of it. You got to decide when you're going to be tired of it. Or, when you're ready, when you feel like you're ready to accept your transformation because you're ready to step into that responsibility of who you're going to be next. Do you see what I mean? Like, let's say you've got children and you haven't been a very good parent, and you've been setting a bad example, etc. And you've been doing that. And you're thinking to yourself, damn, I need to do better. And you go on and on and on, setting a bad example. And then finally one day you just say, you know what? They're getting older. I gotta quit fucking up. I'm ready to just leave this behind. And you'll do it. You'll do it naturally because you'll be tired of it. And you'll be ready to accept your new role and your new responsibility being whoever you're going to be. And you'll just say, you know what, this has to end. I'm ready to step into the next thing. I'm just going to start doing better because I have to. I have to set a good example. I have to do the right thing. I've got to teach somebody something. I've got to be a leader. And it's either I kill myself doing the bad habits I've been doing, or I say, nah, I'm done with that. It's time to do this now. And you move on. And you start doing the new thing. It's one or the other. That's one way to look at it. So I really admire people that say, they want to start over and stuff like that, the fresh start, everything. Hence why I cut my hair. I cut off like 1.5 feet of hair. But we'll get to that. But you get what I'm saying. That person has to die. That sounds creepy, but put them to rest. And if you have to do a ceremony for it, do it. I don't care. Don't worry about what anybody thinks of it. If somebody sees you out in your backyard burying your ponytail or burning it or something, that you just cut off, so what? Let them. You doing your thing. You want to do it symbolically like that? Fine. You want to go take a dip in some waterfall or something that's always been important to you, and do like, a baptism of yourself or whatever, and come out the new you. Do it. Huh? But that's just my thoughts on it. I'm gonna try to, cut it off now and keep this, short as I can. But that's what I think. I hope that helps. I hope that I was able to provide some insight or some guidance. I'm gonna upload a video of myself reading a letter I've written to my old self in a little while here, probably later today. And that way you can see what I mean. Oh. Haven't been out for a good walk in a long time. Just bear with me a second. But I'm gonna read a letter I wrote to my old self. And like I say, it's on my Patreon and my WordPress and my whatever the fuck. You can go look. My website is in the About section on like every account that I have. So you can find it. I'm going to read that and, maybe explain it a little bit. And I'm going to very, very ceremoniously bury my old self. Because like I say, I cut my hair yesterday. I was ready to start over. And to be honest, for real, that hair was in such bad shape. Like it was down to my tailbone. It was down to my tailbone. It really was like on my crack. And but all of that, like I'd say maybe from here down, was just screwed up. It was like dry and split ends and everything. I just thought, you know what, this isn't worth the bother. Just cut the shit off. But also, I was ready to start over, and I just thought, you know what, I'd never been so eager to get a haircut in my life. But yesterday I was. I knew I was ready. Fresh start in every way whatsoever. So I hope I hope I was able to help you out with that a little bit. I couldn't put this on Instagram because I'm walking around and I need signal for that, and there's no getting signal out here if I'm away from the house. So not for that anyway. For other stuff, but not for like a live video. I can't do it. But anyway, that's all I got to say about that for right now. I might go into more detail later, but for now, I think that's it. So I hope that helps you. And I just want to thank everybody for listening and, supporting me and believing in me and stuff like that, because we help each other so much just by supporting each other and believing in each other and saying good things about each other, that just, we really hold each other up more than we realize when we do that, especially for strangers. It's just so nice. It's so refreshing, to hear good things from people that don't owe it to you or whatever. It's just saying it, just be saying it. So thank you to everybody who has been kind and has always been there to just say something nice to me. But anyway, I'll leave it at this, and guess I'll catch you in the next video. Thanks.